everybody, and welcome to the Behind the Redhawks podcast. I'm Ronan Carmody, and I'll be your host for today. This is a podcast where I talk to people around Marist and see what they do outside of their high school lives. This episode is for people that just want something a little strange in their neighborhood. No, not that. I'm talking about real scary stuff. I have a fellow Marist student with me that works at a haunted house called Midnight Terror. Please welcome Kiefer Klug.
Yo, yo, yo.
Thanks for being on the podcast today.
Thanks for having me.
I might as well get this out of the way, but I also work with Kiefer here at said haunted house.
Yep.
But he's more of an expert than I am, so take it away. What do you guys do at Midnight Terror?
Well, typically we are more actor-based and we scare people directly without using animatronics like the other haunted houses do. So we're more actor-oriented, which is one of the reasons why it's such a great haunted house, because it's interactive, because there's actual people there. And it's just way better than all the other like animatronics you'll see, because there's not enough interactivity between the customers and then the actor itself.
That doesn't mean that there's no animatronics. Yours truly controls one, actually, because not a fan of the costumes and makeup, but that's personally me. But one thing that applies to everybody, no matter your role, no matter what you do, are codes. Would you care to please tell us what the codes mean and have you ever called any of them?
Yeah. So around the haunt, we have these walkie-talkies set up, and we have these designated codes that we call in order to address an emergency that is ongoing during the haunt itself. We have code black, code red, code blue, and code yellow, all of them responding to different issues, like if a prop is destroyed, if there's been a violent altercation, if there's a medical emergency, or if there's a fire during the haunt. I did have to call a code before. One night I was working in this place we have called church, and inside church, I had one of the other actors come up to me and say something about how her mask wasn't working. So I went out to the hall and I called the code blue, which is our medical emergency. And since the Midnight Terror community is just so fast and responsive, they were there in only a few minutes. I addressed the situation and everyone got out safe and sound.
That's really good to hear. Hopefully, going forward, you won't have to call anymore.
I hope so.
My next question would be, what is your favorite role at Midnight Terror?
My favorite role is a really good question. My favorite role so far that I've had is the rat in the sewer. Yeah, it's a little weird, but it's just priceless when you are fully in your rat costume and you're running straight towards a group on your fours and just seeing them disperse. It always brings me a smile and makes me laugh, and best yet, I get paid to do that, so it's just such a fun profession.
I feel you there about seeing people get scared. That's pretty funny. Another question would be, what's a typical workday like?
All right, a typical workday would basically be I'd get there around 3. Then afterward, we'll get assigned our roles for the night. And after we get our roles, we go to get costume. And then after we get costume, we move to the makeup line, which is awfully long. It takes minutes, sometimes even hours, to even get situated. Then after the makeup, we wait for a little while, and then we enter Pump Up. Pump Up gets the actor's adrenaline up, and after we get our adrenaline up, we go to our rooms for the night, we act, and it goes by that for around 4 hours, I believe. And after those 4 hours are up, we get dispersed room by room, and then we're free to go afterward.
Also mention, we get pizza after every night.
We do get pizza. It is not the best pizza, but it's pizza.
Yeah. It's just some food to get, like, after a long day work.
Yeah.
All right, well, looks like we're running out of time here. So I guess my final question would be, why do you work at Midnight Terror?
I work at Midnight Terror because it's close by. It's in Oak Lawn. But I also work there because of the community. The community is so supportive and friendly. Me and Rona actually made friends there before. It's just such a welcoming environment. Like, we're here, we lean on each other. We call ourselves a big family, and I'm just so proud to be a part of that family, and I'll continue to be a part of that family for as long as I can.
All right, well, looks like we're out of time. Kiefer, thank you for being on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
All right, everybody. I'll see y'all later. And just in case, if I don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.